a really insane game by Pentala Harikrishna in today's Fide World Cup match. Let's see how it goes. So here he played pawn to e4 and we have pawn to e5, knight f3, knight f6. This is called the Petrov opening, and now we have pawn to d4, striking the center. Knight takes the pawn, and now white also takes the pawn. And now bishop c5. Black is going for the f2 pawn, and now we have queen d5. Like white is saying, okay, you can take my pawn, and now bishop cross f2, and now king e2. Look at that. This is just move number 6, and white's king is already on e2. And this is a classical game, not a blitz or rapid. So you see what happened. So here we have pawn f5. Simply black is saving the knight, and now we have knight c3, and now pawn c6. This is the move number. And now here in this case, instead of moving the queen to somewhere else, Pentala Harikrishna just played knight cross e4. Look at that. Just move number 8. He's sacrificing his queen for the crushing victory. So black takes the pawn. Black takes the queen, and now we have knight d6 check. Look at that. The compensation is we got a knight, and now we are creating a blockade on this pawn so that this bishop can't develop. King f8, king cross f2, and now we have knight c6. Bishop e3, white is also developing a piece, and now we have pawn to d4, which attacks the bishop. Bishop goes to f4, and now we have queen b6, setting up some discover attacks. And now we have bishop d3, which simply blocks the pawn. And now knight e7, trying to centralize the knight, but now we have bishop d2, knight d5, and now white just took the pawn. White said, okay, there's nothing happening in this discover attack. And now black played knight e3 instead of going for an discovery. Here we have again bishop d3 backs, again creating a blockade for the pawn. King e7, black is trying to bring the king into the game and also trying to bring the rook into the game. And now we have white plays rook to e1, bringing his rook into the game, and now black also brings the rook into the game. And now again, this is move number 18, and here also white goes for an insane sacrifice, that is rook cross e3, giving up an exchange. Look at that. First sacrificing the queen, and then giving up the rook for the knight. Now we have b cross e3, bishop cross e3 attacks the queen. Again, white goes for also some exchange sacrifice. Rook cross f3, king cross f3, and now we have queen cross b2, which attacks the rook. And here he played bishop to g5 check. Look at that. The king has not much squares to go, so king comes to e6, bring the king into the center of the board, and now rook e1, which protects the pawn. And now here black played pawn to b5, which opens up this diagonal. And now you must be wondering what to do with this diagonal. You will see why. Bishop f5 check. King has only one move, king d5, and now bishop e4, which simply does the skewer, and now king has to go, and now bishop cross a8. Queen c3 check was played, rook e3 blocks, queen cross c2, bishop e4 again comes back with an attack on the queen, queen d1 with a check, king goes to g3, queen h5, and now here white played a move and black resigned. After h4, black simply resigned. There is nothing more to be done here with the black pieces. If you see this position, white is having enough compensation for the queen, and he is having a rook against a bishop. So that's it here. Black simply, after h4, black simply resigned this position. And if you try and playing something like bishop like a6, then bishop f5 check, king d5 simply picks up this